Greetings, fellow Slayers. While we look at Buffy Season 6, now continues on with Wrecked. Tara and Dawn wake on the couch and find that neither Buffy nor Willow returned home from the night before. Somewhere else, Buffy wakes up naked with Spike, noticing the building around them fell down. Spike tempts Buffy to stay until he's able to leave without the daylight. It works and he tells her that he knew the only thing better than killing a Slayer was having sex with one, which angers her. Buffy argues that this will never happen again, while Spike tells her she won't get over him. She urges him not tell anyone he agrees, but shows Buffy her stolen panties. She punches him and leaves. Willow returns home with Amy, who rambles about Willow's magical use in front of Tara and Dawn. Upset, Tara leaves just as Buffy returns. Amy leaves after a chat, so Buffy will go to bed after their long nights. In her room, Willow tries to shed the drapes of magic, but finds that she can't. At the magic box, Xander searches fruitlessly for information on what could have frozen the security guard and stole the diamond from the museum, while Anya looks at bridal magazines. Buffy arrives, and the discussion turns to Willow. Xander's concerned that Willow has found herself so new to hang around with, will monitor use of magic. Willow defends her, stating that everyone makes mistakes. Amy meets Will again and they visit Rack, a warlock who can give them great spells that last without any recovery time. They enter his cloaked house and find it filled with the magically addicting, waiting for their turn. But the two are attended immediately. Rack gives them what they came for, so he spins about the room as Will hangs out on the ceiling, seeing spots and weird images. The next morning, Willow wakes in her own room and cries in the shower. She invites someone that tears clothes of her invisible body and curls up against it. Dawn makes interesting food and makes plans to see a movie with Willow. Buffy returns home to find Amy stealing some of Willow's magical supplies. Buffy scolds her and Amy mentions Willow's whereabouts. Meanwhile, Willow and Dawn talk about food and Tara and take a detour to Rex's place so Willow can get a fix. Dawn waits patiently in the waiting room with a strange man. Inside her Rex's room, Willow floats and sees a demon holding a limp body, which makes her scream. Buffy wakes a very naked Spike in his crib and asks if he knows where Willow and Dawn are. When she mentions Rack, Spike grows concerned, having heard of him. This means that the world deals in dark and dangerous magic, and only witches and vampires can find his cloaked place. Buffy says to take him along in her search. Willow finally emerges from Rack's room, hours after she entered. Dawn is mad Willow left her for so long, but Willow doesn't care. Dawn realizes something is wrong with Willow and becomes eager to return her home. Willow refuses to promise her fun to make up for the missing movie. Nearby, while they walk in search of the cloaked house, Spike tells Buffy again how much she really wants and needs him after they spend the night together. A demon confronts Willow, claiming that she summoned him with her use of magic. Willow expects him not to be real, but until the demon cuts Dawn, so the girls run. Willow manages to take over a car, but it crashes and both are wounded. Dawn faces a broken arm as Willow is knocked out against the steering wheel. The demon catches up with her wrecked car and Dawn tries to fight it off. Spike and Buffy, who heard Dawn scream, come to the rescue. Buffy fights the demon while Spike takes care of Dawn. The demon suddenly explodes into flames that result of Willow's magic. While Willow apologizes in tears, Buffy tells her to stay back and Dawn slaps her away. Spike leaves with Dawn and Buffy stays with Willow, who continues to cry and begs for help. At the Summers house, Buffy talks to Willow about her abuse of magic and the consequences. Buffy thinks that Willow became addicted to magic due to her breakup with Tara. Willow admits that the addiction was why Tara left. Buffy tells Willow that she doesn't need magic to be special. Willow says that before the magic she was some girl who never knew. Buffy says that she was far more than this, and reminds her that Tara wants her to stop. Willow knows that someone will get hurt if she continues the way she is, and declares that she's giving up magic for good. Buffy agrees with that, and Willow tells Willow that it's time for them to think about what they're going about, and that Willow tells Willow that it's time for them to think about what they're doing before doing it. Later, Willow fights the symptoms of withdrawal in her bed. Buffy, in her own bed, hugs the cross with garlic surrounding her bedroom. So let's take a look at some continuity surrounding this episode. Buffy's first words upon waking next to Spike are, "Oh, oh God, no." Certainly Spike said, "Oh God, no. Please, no," when he woke up and first noticed he loved her and out of my mind. Buffy wakes up after first night with Spike and sees him by her side. Chocobo and after a night with Angel and Parker, while Riley was first to still be with her in the morning. This time though, she's the one who leaves her partner. Buffy swears having sex with Slayer is better than killing one, in reference to him killing two. Buffy calls what she did with Spike last night a freak show, echoing what Angel had called his and Buffy's relationship when he broke up with her at the prom. Buffy also calls Spike convenient, this time echoing her breakup with Riley, while Cinder argued with Buffy that she took Riley for granted and saw him as convenient. Buffy threatens Spike if he tells anyone about them having sex. He'll keep the secret until she breaks up with him, referring to Xander and Entropy. Dawn makes peanut butter and banana quesadillas. She'll claim to be allergic to peanuts and welcome to the team part 1. Buffy returns home without the white blouse she wore the night before. Anya has a new lighter blonde hair color. She points out to Giles when he returns to Sunnydale and Grave. Xander sees a Tobin spirit guide to research demons. Xander uses Tobin's spirit guide to research demons, a book which Giles found an illustration of the glove of Mahangon in Revelations. Xander is researching on the robbery of the Illuminati diamond from the Sunnydale Natural History Museum and the freezing of its guard Rusty from the previous episode Smashed. The Scoobies will only identify the trio in the next episode, Gone. Xander and Anya discuss their wedding planning, the ceremony taking place in Hell's Bells. Willow's chest of magical items includes the gentleman's box from Hush. While the Scoobies become aware of the seriousness of Willow's addiction, Willow reveals to Buffy that Tara has left her for the same reason, and Tabula Rasa. Willow tells Buffy about her feelings of needing magic to be more than just some girl, as she's bleeding restless, and will mention again in 2 to go. Willow gives up on magic, but will resume her abuse and seeing red until she's probably rehabilitated. She'll abstaining from magic again to conceal herself during the end of magic, then in exchange for her freedom. Dawn comments that her sister always goes straight to the refrigerator after Slayer patrol. This bears a faith assertion and faith-hoping trick that Slayer makes you hungry and horny. Rex tells Will that she tastes like strawberries, which you once can tell her 2 to go after she turns dark. Will tells Will that he's just going to take a little tour, which she will repeat just before killing him. Oh boy. So anyway, let's take a look at some production notes. Jeff Goldberg, who played Rack, previously played as Zero Killer turned vampire Zachary Kralik in Helpless. Xander researches demons in Tobin's Spirit Guide, a fictional book originally from the film Ghostbusters. Dawn makes peanut butter pancakes but then decides she doesn't like them. According to the audio commentaries, Michelle Trachtenberg's character in the film Ice Princess hates peanut butter. This episode of the comic issue Thicker Than Water are dedicated to the memory of J.D. Peralta, Marty Noxon's assistant. Oh. And now let's take a look at some deleted scenes. During Amy and Willow's dialogue would have more lines at the beginning. Amy: God, I'm so glad you called. I had to get out of the house. Willow: Already? So things with your dad? Amy: Bizarre. I guess after it's appeared, he decided to start over. It's like this new guy with a new wife and new baby, and I'm just reminded of his old stuff. Willow: What did you tell him? I mean, about where you were? Amy: I didn't think he'd buy the rat thing, so I told him I got abducted by aliens. Kidding. God, what's up? Does I have some dialogue as a rodent? Sorry, it's just, I guess I didn't expect you to be in a jerky mood. I want to have fun, Willow. I've been in a cage. There was a little ball, and seemed to be enjoying those cardboard toilet paper rolls. As cages go, it was fine, but I was still confined. I've got lots of time to make up. If people don't like it, screw them. Well, I do. Get it. Totally. So what did I do? Compared to top last night. So now let's take a look at some goofs. After Spike and Buffy wake up, at moments it can be clear to see that James Marsters is wearing flesh-colored underwear. When Will and Dawn are getting into the car, the shadows of the car are visible on the ground on the right-hand side of the screen. As they turn the corner, the family equipment / screens are visible off to the left side of the screen. And now finally, let's take a look at some pop culture references. Centered on to discuss Martha Stewart's nature as supposedly a demon or a witch. Justice Buffy's feeling old Joan Crawford, a reference to the actress being exposed as an abusive mother in her daughter's memoir, Mommy Dearest. Spike suggests Buffy to get a LoJack training system for Dawn. So I think this episode is pretty interesting, and yeah, I do feel kind of bad for Willow and everything that she's been going through, and yeah, let's just say that, yeah, also things between Buffy and Spike, yeah, things are getting a little bit more heated this episode, so yeah. So overall, I give Wrecked 4 vampire steaks out of 5. But tune in as we till the next episode, Gone. So, until then, here endeth the lesson.